Hi, I'm Sarah. In this RDMbite, I will show you how to name your files so that they can be read and interpreted by yourself and others. This includes file names that are both machine-readable and human-readable, also using punctuation to be able to order and group sets of files. Although we use examples of how to name files in this RDMbites, this information can also be used to name directories and folders. Using numbers at the beginning of file names can help you view and sort files in a directory, though you may have encountered the problem where files are not displayed in a numerical order. This is because computers generally list files alphabetically. In the first column here, we see this problem where the ones are listed before the two. To avoid this when using numbering at the beginning of a file name, prefix numbers with a 0, so that each number has the same number of digits. In the middle example here, numbers with a single digit are padded with a 0 prefix to enable numerical sorting. Before you start though, know the number of files you will be creating, because you may need more than one 0 if you're going into the hundreds. The same is true when using dates at the beginning of file names to be able to view files in chronological order. Here the date is placed at the beginning of file name and uses the ISO standard. This standard puts the year before the month and then day, similarly to the way a time works with hours, minutes, and seconds. By using the ISO standards, files will always be listed in chronological order. File names can be both machine and human readable, where human readability enables a person to deduce the content of a file. On the left of the slide, we have two very common examples where the file name tells us nothing about its content. One way you can make a file name human readable is by using words describing the data and using a delimiting characters such as underscore. Another way is to use the full stop to describe the successive transformations applied to a dataset. Here on the right side of the slide, the first of these better examples records a date, cohort title, and data type in the file name. In the second example, we can show that a file has been transformed by successive operations in a workflow. Here we have a BAM file from genome sequencing. Reads have been marked, filtered, and then sorted by chromosome position. One definition of machine readability is where a script can be used to recognize and read groups of files using something called regular expression. An example of a regular expression is given here at the top in orange. A script will use this expression to search for the word wild type in a given file name. Therefore, when presented with a directory containing many different files, the script is able to locate and process all files containing this word. This is labor-saving when you are processing many files, since you will not be required to code the full name of each input file explicitly. Note, though, that regular expressions are often case-sensitive. A common mistake people make is mixing upper and lower case in a file name. The fourth file in this example will be ignored because it uses an uppercase W in the file name. In general, file versioning as part of a file name is not recommended. Problems occur when using a version number in file names, particularly when sharing files, because a recipient has no way of knowing whether their version is the most current. Having said this, if you are looking to use file versioning in file naming, we suggest using an uppercase V and leading zeros to ensure machine readability. In this example, we have shown this in orange. Please check our RDMbite on file versioning to learn a better way to version files. Directory naming follows the same convention for file naming. However, make sure you use consistent naming across subdirectories to enable machine readability. This slide shows an example of this, where the naming of subdirectories and companion files is uniform.